Oh, you hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when we see Nate Diaz in the octagon.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5. You think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight, but Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. All right, so all eyes are on Khabib Nurmagomedov. Daniel, as your former teammate makes his return to competition here tonight, a lot of us felt like this moment would not materialize. He's chasing 30-0 now.
He's chasing 30-0. I mean, he's one of the only guys to get out of this thing clean. Nobody goes undefeated unless your name is Khabib Nurmagomedov. The guy has fought the best. He is a guy that lets you know what his intentions are, and he goes out there and he works the game plan. He's going to get in your face. He's going to try to overwhelm you with his wrestling. And you look at his boy Hasbulla in the corner. Khabib Nurmagomedov's looking for a big night.
The Dagestani social media legend Hasbulla Magomedov in the corner of Khabib Nurmagomedov tonight. Khabib Nurmagomedov set to fight Nate Diaz. Our tail of the tape now for this lightweight championship fight. And now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the octagon is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Nate Diaz! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov!
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight.
John, this fight has everything. You have 2 stars. You have 2 guys that do not like each other. How do you expect Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Nate Diaz to go down?
Well, you would know better than anyone that Khabib's probably going to shoot here early and try to test that takedown defense of Nate Diaz. Diaz has really shored that part of his game up, but you can be sure he expected takedown attempts in bunches from his counterpart Nurmagomedov tonight. Right into side control. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov.
That was a slick transition. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Making all these shots count. Well Pretty good work off of the bottom here by Diaz. All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really put some damage on them.
All right, side control now. And very effective with the ground and pound.
Look to counter that hook. Let's go. Look to counter that hook.
All right, this position now, what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough because everything hurts, right? It doesn't matter that they're not completely driving the shoulder in. It just, everything hurts. So you wait for your opponent to go to his next action, and when he does, you go and attack the hands. You get to your knees and you attack the hands with both hands and try to peel the lock so you can get to your feet.
Round two is next.
Hey, stop.
Great job. Your team did that. Hey, Scott, how do you feel? That's right. Look amazing. Now you should smell blood. You almost had him out this time. I want you.
All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
All right, buckle up. Here we go. Round two.
Fight?
Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Nate Diaz. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Another ground and pound strike lands.
Getting them out here.
Diaz getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now.
This has got to be the end of the fight. It's over.
He's hurt.
He's bridging.
Oh, no way he got out.
He was able to create enough space to get his chest back flat on the mat and defend that arm triangle. Unbelievable. Great submission defense on display tonight.
Khabib's in half guard. Good, solid strike on the ground.
He's got to be careful here.
Another ground and pound strike lands. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Ground and pound strike there now. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
2 minutes now to go in round two. Nurmagomedov's going for an arm here.
Oh, it's getting tight.
Oh, looked pretty tight, but he gives up on the submission. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're...
Guillotine attempt now. Looks as though he's got the neck. Oh, he's getting close to the finish now.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Nurmagomedov ground and pound from half guard now. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent, but this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Diaz gets punished by the uppercut there. That one's going to leave a mark.
Nice job blocking that punch.
He's out!
Khabib Nurmagomedov!
As many style points as you could produce. Whoa!
What a performance!
All right, Bruce Buffer has the official decision. Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 23 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.